came across this ad from Taco Bell. I paused. It got me thinking, and it says the first part says a sandwich is not a meal, and it got me pondering. And I was wondering. I was like, if it's not a meal, then what is a sandwich? Is there something? Am I missing a point here? And and I guess the agency Publicis Media, they were responsible, for creating and launching this ad. They've succeeded in making me, and I guess a lot of people, that have been exposed to this ad, to stop and think, and to make us ask ourselves questions like, what is a meal? If a sandwich is not a meal, then what is a meal? And I was just thinking about what sort of cognitive models that can help us understand how this ad was conceived and delivered. And the first model will be what I call a framing model, or a framing concept. And basically, frames are templates that help us, understand and act in situations. And in this sort of situation, the frame of a meal, it sort of made me rethink, the frame of a meal. That the frame of a meal is not just something we eat. A meal is something that could be substantial, something that is large in size, or that have so many parts to it. Maybe it has a drink, has some sides. So the frame I had of a meal, was, I had to change or update that frame. For me, a meal now means something more, because seeing this ad, just sort of almost helped me to rethink how I saw a sandwich. A sandwich is not necessarily a meal. It's something we eat, when you're hungry, but it's not a meal because it needs to have more sides and more things to it. That's what this ad has been, has succeeded in making me, think. And the other one is the Bayesian model, and the Bayesian model is an interesting one. And I read an article that focused on Bayesian surprise, and the Bayesian surprise talks about how, as humans, we have our beliefs, and when we're exposed to a content, exposed to ad or any TV program, something, if we're exposed to something that is a bit either contradicts or that is different from our beliefs, we are surprised. We pause. We want to try and pay more attention to that. And looking at this ad, my belief I had of a sandwich was that it was a meal. That was my prior belief. But seeing this ad, I was surprised. I had to pause, and it made me rethink what I thought of a sandwich. And the Bayesian surprise is I would say it's a cognitive model that is relevant to analyzing and understanding this ad. So I think, I believe Taco Bell and also Publicis Media, London, have succeeded, in helping us to rethink our mental frames, and also cause the surprise. Our beliefs around sandwich being a meal, it's been challenged by this ad. And you can see the design is so simple. You can see the fonts. You can see the first part of the content is in white font, and the second part says "no meal, no deal." It's sort of like reverse psychology. It tells you, kind of makes us, makes us want to like yearn for a meal, and also the key thing to I kind of love about this ad is it's simple. It's simple background. You don't have pictures of a meal or pictures of a sandwich. It's just text, and a bit of a colorful background, but it's helping us to focus more on the text and create a picture of the content from the text. The imagery we create is based on the actual copy, and it's such an amazing ad. It's simple, but I think it's powerful. And kudos to Taco Bell and Publicis Media.